So the tea that was spilled on today's episode of Mercy and Ike's show is actually a lot. A full cup throwaway. Remember, this is a reality TV show, so not everything on the show is actually 100% true. Now, the first tea that actually caught my attention is Mercy said she's going to be doing a lot more body enhancements on herself. She's going to be doing lip fillers and she's going to be doing a lot more. So let's watch out. The second tea is that Ike said to Venita that he was actually thinking of getting married or settling down with Mercy. But because of all the rumors that he has been hearing about her, he does not think he wants to actually go ahead with that plan. Let's jump into the main video so that I can give you guys all the juicy details. Remember, you have to watch till the end of this video so that you can actually understand why these two people said what they said on the show. By the way, my name is Gloria Elijah and you are actually welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's start. So the conversation that Mercy had with her friend on today's episode started off with social media. They went on to social media to check stuff. Her friend Sasha came to visit her on the way from Abuja, and that was when both of them were actually having conversations. And then Mercy said she advised her friend to go for lip fillers because the lady has small lips, you know. So Mercy made us know about what she thought about body enhancement procedures. If you do not know what body enhancement procedures mean, it means surgeries to make women feel more confident and look better than what they actually are. Okay, so Mercy says she's actually an advocate for women taking care of themselves, you know, looking good and feeling more confident and comfortable in their bodies, you know. So she said a lot of people do not tend to understand the difference between silicone and having liposuction. You know, that a lot of people think that women who go through surgeries, you know, to take away fat from their body actually think people actually think that they actually add silicone to their body. She said a lot of that, and then she said people are actually ignorant of the difference. So for her, she doesn't care what anybody says. Her and her friends, they actually enjoy looking good and taking care of themselves. So very soon in the nearest future, she's going to be going for lip fillers and she's also going to be doing more body enhancement. And I'm like, girl, you already look hot. So on the show today, guys, Ike was also all about his business. Like, guys, I cannot lie, I must commend Ike for all the work he's putting into his photography business on the show. I don't know about it in real life, but on the show today he had a meeting with a friend and they were talking about his clothing line. He calls it the ice cream collection, and he's taking pictures of models wearing the clothes, and he's also talking about the branding. He's thinking about setting up an office. You know, they are doing the registration process, and according to Ike, he's doing all his best to actually prove to his family that he knows what he's doing and he wants to make his family proud. He wants to be very, very successful, and he's ensuring that he's actually giving up all his time to work towards it. And then the next thing that we saw on the show was Mercy saying that her barrister and her manager and her friends, they actually gave her a huge surprise. She didn't even see it coming. You know, she was inside the house very early in the morning, and then her barrister, her friends, and her manager, they bought her a new car, a brand new white car. You know, she was really excited because according to her, when she saw the car, she wanted to buy the car. She wanted it, but it was too pricey. She couldn't really afford it. And then her manager spoke with the brand behind the car business and told them that, listen, this girl can sell anybody and can even sell you yourself. This was how she said it on the show, you yourself, you know. And that was how they gave her the car. So I'm assuming or presuming that that means she's automatically a brand ambassador for the car or the auto dealer, I don't know. And also Ike was saying that, you know, aside learning photography, he also decided to learn editing, you know, and he is actually enjoying switching from being the model in front of the camera to the photographer behind the camera. We saw on the show how he was putting a lot of work into editing pictures that he took of Mercy and other people, and according to him, it gives him a lot of excitement to know that, you know, him practicing and learning the craft of photography, it's also being put to use to helping his girlfriend, promote her business and also enhance the business look that she wants people to see. And then the next scene that we saw was Mercy complaining to her sister about Ike going to London. Now guys, remember that before Mercy went to London to see Willie EXO, she and Ike had a conversation about it, and Ike wanted her to postpone her trip so that they could travel together. But according to Mercy, she had already taken permission from all the brands that she was working with, and they had given her that 1 or 2 weeks to go for her rest vacation, because according to her on that episode, she was actually very, very stressed, and so Ike now traveled to London. But what she didn't know was that Ike actually traveled with a South African woman. So her annoyance was that Ike actually traveled to London with a South African woman that actually has a child. And she was really, really upset on the show today, because according to her, when she traveled to London to see Willie EXO, a lot of people said a lot of things about her. People dragged her on the internet, family members, cousins of Ike, they were saying no manner of trash about her, and then she just continuously vented. And her sister Promise was cooking, and her sister was like, why are you telling me about this boy? I've told you several times that this boy is the problem that you have, but you don't want to listen to me. I'm exhausted about talking about Ike. I don't want to talk about Ike anymore. I get upset anytime I talk about Ike, and Mercy's sister also told Mercy that look, that she's actually feeling sorry for Mercy, because she has told Mercy several times that look, why are you in this relationship, if it's going to be giving you a lot of stress, and Mercy said that she feels like it's high time to let Ike go, because she's actually tired of the old drama. According to her, Ike has a lot of girlfriends, that Ike has so many girlfriends, but because people actually saw her with Willie EXO, they felt like she's actually the bad one, that Ike is always playing the victim and always painting her bad. He will go on to Instagram and make himself look good, make himself look like the good person, while always making her look like the bad person. And for Mercy, if you really, really love someone, you're going to try as much as possible to protect the person from all forms of negativity online and offline. But she feels like Ike is actually not doing that enough. Instead, on the flip side, Ike is actually living his best life and making her seem like the bad person. So for her, she feels like the relationship has become really toxic, and so she's thinking if she should just call it quits with Ike and just move on with her life. And Mercy also promised her sister that she's going to make people see Ike for who he really is, that she's going to make sure that she exposes the real Ike to people, so that they will know that she is not the bad person. And then the next thing that we saw was Venita coming to give Ike advice. Okay, so Ike said that Venita is like a big sister to him, always supporting him, that most of the businesses he has been working with, Venita is always being supportive, and Venita helps him to repost his post on Instagram. Venita gives him a shout out. Venita is just basically supportive of all his hustles, so he sees Venita as a big sister, that normally he doesn't have like a big sister figure, but then since after the show, he and Venita, they've been doing things together, and he has come to value her opinion a lot, so Venita was asking him questions about what happened in London, and he said that that in London he was actually paid £300 per party he attended, all these African parties, Ghana concerts and all of that. He was actually paid £300 to make an appearance, and because his trip to London was planned at the last minute, he couldn't really stay an extra week, because the people that he was actually working with on making appearances, they were telling him to stay like an extra week, so that he could actually make more money, but he could not, and he felt like he should have actually planned better. He regretted his moves, and Venita was telling him that if he had actually told her about his impending trip to London, that she knows people over there in London, she would have worked together with them, so that he could have had like meet and greet, some get together with his fans over there and all of that. But why didn't Ike tell her, And so Venita also asked Ike about the pictures that he had been posting on social media with the South African woman that had a child, and Ike told Venita, that it was a lot of problems, because he had aunties who called him to talk about it. He had people who were Mercy's friends that called him. A lot of people, concerned neighbors, let me just put it in quotes, they were calling him and they were saying a lot of things, asking questions. What happened to Mercy? Why are you with this woman? Who is this woman? Blah 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 blah, and stuff like that. And he said Mercy was very, very dramatic, and she really shaded him and insulted him a lot just because of those pictures. And then Venita was saying that, well, she's your girlfriend, so that is actually expected. And Ike said that, look, that for him right now, the only way he sees Mercy is he actually only sees Mercy as someone he can actually do business with and make money, that he doesn't really see Mercy as his girlfriend anymore. And Venita was like, why are you sounding this way? She said quite a lot of things, but some of the things that actually stood out from what she said was like, all these people that are actually telling you all these things about Mercy, that Mercy is doing this and doing that, are they relevant to you guys? Who are they? Do they have a say? Do they have receipts of the rumors that they're actually giving to you? Because Ike is actually claiming that he had the intentions of getting married to Mercy, but because as the day goes by, people are telling him various things about Mercy. There are just so many rumors about Mercy, that Mercy is this, Mercy is that, she acts in this way, she acts in that way, so it's causing a lot of confusion for him and a lot of uncertainty. So at this point in time, all he just wants to do with Mercy is just do business together and make money. That's all he wants to do, and Venita was telling him that no, that she's going to actually place a wager with someone else, that Ike and Mercy, they're going to be back together in 1 week. And Ike said no, that he loves money, he wants to make his business work, And then Venita told him that, don't you see that your relationship with Mercy is actually what is making you money? So why do you want to end that relationship because of what people are saying? And then Ike asked Venita that what would be your advice, and then she said that from our own experience of being married, what she's going to advise Ike is, if you really like this girl, if you're going to be with this girl, then you should be ready to take the bullet for her. You should be ready to take all the problems, all the consequences of your partner's choices and decisions and stuff like that, And that was when Ike said, okay, he's going to see if he will be able to work things together with Mercy. So guys, next week's episode chooses to be very, very interesting, because Ike's parents and I don't know if it's his parents, but his family, they were actually having conversations with him, talking about all the rumors that they've heard about Mercy and stuff like that. So let's see how that goes. As I said, guys, I do not believe 100% in all these reality TV shows. I feel like a lot of things are actually made to happen just for entertainment, and so that people's attention span will continue to last on the show. But anyways, guys, let's keep our fingers crossed and see what happens next week. I'm gonna see you guys in my video tomorrow morning. See you guys in another episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory. Don't forget to tune in, and if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, what are you waiting for? Alright guys, have an amazing night's rest. Bye.